Heya, welcome to the channel. I'm Wooly, and this is Book Fair, the attack pier. In last week's video, we made tremendous progress with both the acquisition and requirements of the Colossal Blade completed, but I didn't really explain why. So let's break that down. At 1 strength, all of our power comes from our gear bonuses. However, without a strength level, our damage doesn't ever scale. For example, even with a super combat potion, berserker ring imbued, manacles, and a torture, I could only spec a max hit of a 6 with the Arma Godsword. On the other hand, the Colossal Blade has a passive that increases your damage even further based on the target size. There is some math involved, but all that we need to know is that our new sword has a noticeably higher max hit. During testing, I was able to hit 7s on cows due to them occupying 2 tiles. At hill giants, it was slightly better, where we managed to hit an 8. I know, crazy right? Now that we have the bonus damage from this passive, it's time to find some larger contenders. But not just anything. I would really like to get a pet, and seeing as my damage still won't be crazy, I'd like to stick to a target with a forgiving drop rate. That narrowed it down to the Chaos Elemental. A large mob with a comparatively good chance for a pet. That might be easier said than done, considering we are both 1 defense as well as 1 prayer. This leaves us with a few options. I could face tank it, but I don't think we'd get many kills without frequent bank trips. I could also flinch it. After all, this is the method that allowed us to get through certain quests. But, ew? Our final option, which I am strongly in favor of myself, melee safe spot. Under the right conditions, you can attack an enemy and it will do, well, nothing really. Let me explain. Enemies generally have a predetermined area that they have to stay in. This line here shows the border of the Chaos Elemental's area. The plan? Lure it to that line with an ult, and then stand just over the line and attack it with Book Fair. For this, we're going to need to get its attention. Once you see its attack, run west while staying along the fence. Once you reach that borderline I mentioned, stop. Just wait here until you see the elemental. Then run straight north to the top marker. After a couple seconds, log into the attacker and hit the elemental, who should be right next to that border. And that's it. With my output, the kills are still going to take some time. 1 KC pet? Maybe? Please? Okay, so maybe we aren't super lucky, but I'm sure we'll get it soon, right? Here we are coming in with our first drop at kill count 86. I was wrong. We didn't get it soon. I think that skipping ahead is quickly going to become a recurring feature of this series, because the next drop wasn't till after we doubled our kill count. Now it takes me a while for each kill, averaging about 20 minutes. But thankfully, the wilderness is dead. And I don't mean that as an exaggeration. I mean that I've been out here looking ridiculous for over 40 hours, and I haven't seen anyone. No PKers, no slayers. 0 white dots on my map. With any luck, I'll get this pet before the bounty hunter update. I continued to hunt the Chaos Elemental for the next week. After days of insultingly rare herb and ore drops, I started closing in on the 300 drop rate. Here we are at 200 kill count, and still no drop. But we did manage to get the combat achievements completed. And it finally happened. rune javelins without a ring of wealth for a drop rate of 1 in 3,855. But then the other thing happened too. We finally got our first pet. I'm so happy we finally get to leave the wilderness and can be the proud parent of this adorable tentacle cloud. After 296 kills, we completed the log with 1 pickaxe, 1 two-hander, and at long last, 1 pet. That journey took us over 50 hours and brought us up to 66 attack. It's kind of wild to me that half of the attack experience on the account came from a boss, but we managed to pull through and get the pet using only attack. Taking a look at the loot tab, we did make over 5 mil in drops, but I'm almost positive that more was spent on supplies. Now that the Chaos Elemental grind is complete, I'm gonna relax with some cooking training while I edit. Next week we continue our adventure and unlock a weapon with a special attack that deals even more damage than the Colossal Blade. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Stay you.